Looking for the perfect birthday or anniversary gift or a special date night? Well, then you need Zodart, Seattle's only exotic car rental company. Visit Zodart.com to book an exotic special car for that very special day.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Where are some of the sexiest places to meet people? There's always the circus,
What?
the city dump, and of course, an elevator.
Oh.
You got the elevator music just blasting. You guys are looking at each other, and that's when you seize the moment and hit the emergency stop button.
Yeah.
And look at them and go, we're not going anywhere until love shows up. And then you just wait it out, and either you guys connect or the firefighters show up and get you out of there, and you probably have to face some legal action. But that's where Eileen met the guy that she wants to call today on the elevator of love.
Oh.
What's up, Eileen?
You know, elevators are kind of sexy, by the way.
Aren't they?
I agree.
There's mirrors. There's mirrors on the ceiling, so technically, if you look up, you can see down.
Yeah.
I have a lot of fantasies that involve elevators.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, for real, man.
So, congratulations to you, Eileen. You fulfilled a lot of people's fantasy. How did you meet this dude on the elevator?
Well, come to find out, we were on the slowest elevator ever, where every single floor someone was getting in and pushing the stupid button. And it was a lot of old people that just couldn't take the stairs, so it was hard to get mad.
Yeah.
But Paul, looked at me and he's like, well, I guess I should just get out my laptop and do my work from here.
Okay.
Oh, so he's a jokester. You guys shared a little joke together.
Yes, he was a little snarky, and it's not often that you meet snarky people in a business setting, and it was nice.
So this is an elevator in your office building.
Yeah, exactly.
And had you ever run into this guy before?
No, I mean, I've seen him around a few times, but we had never, had a reason to talk.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you think he was hitting on you right away, or was he just trying to make small talk for boring purposes?
I mean, he was obviously very flirty, and we went on a date, so I'm assuming that was his attempt at hitting on me.
He could have not been hitting on you at all. Yeah, he's just like, how'd I end up on a date with this girl?
Well, you could
So-
have asked him out. I don't know.
How'd you guys finally get around to going out? Did you ask for his number? Did he ask for your number?
He was just, elevator boldness all the way through. I mean, we had enough time in the elevator to, kind of chit-chat. And he's like, listen, I'd love to have your number. And I was like, yeah, totally. Why not?
What did you guys do when you went out?
Oh, we went to this super cute pizza place.
All right, and how was the super cute pizza?
It was super quiet. It was actually really uncomfortable. The food was delicious. But, on a first date, we should have definitely just gone to a bar.
Really?
It was so quiet.
Was it an awkward first date then?
No, it was just so, when you just want to, be a little silly and cute and coy and sexy, and instead, the family is sitting next to you, quietly listening because they've run out of conversation.
People that can hear your first date combos.
Dude,
Yeah, I
love
understand that
listening in on first
completely.
dates when I'm at a restaurant. I'm sorry, I'm that person that is totally like, oh my God, do you think that they're going to go out again? What do you think?
So was it a good date though?
Yeah, it was a great time. We had a blast. I mean, listen, he was super cute. He picked me up from my house, which I thought was very classy.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a big fan of dental health. And he obviously flossed his teeth, which I think is super sexy. Really, there's something, it means he cares. He takes time out of his day to care about himself. And I just love that. And he had the most delicious laugh, just sexy, caramely masculine.
Ooh. I feel like
never heard
I'm
of a
attracted
laugh.
to him after a description like
Yeah,
that. Let's get this guy on the phone.
Never
now,
heard of a
please.
laugh being described as caramely, but I like it.
So sexy.
So how did the date end?
Well, he drove me home. He said he had a great time, and I was like, why don't you come in and have a drink? Since we didn't really get a chance to, talk. And he was super into it, so we came in, we had a glass of wine, and then he kind of bailed. That was the one thing that was a little weird.
Wait, how quickly did he bail once he got to your place?
I guess it was, I don't know, however long it took to drink a glass of wine. He didn't stay for a second glass of wine.
Okay, that's not very long. Yeah. And were you expecting him to stay the night?
No. I made it, once we got inside, I literally toasted him with, here's to first dates, not first hookups.
All right, so you made it very clear that you were not going to mess around that night.
No, I'm a classy lady.
Do you think that's why he bailed though? Maybe he had different expectations?
That's my nightmare. I hope not, because I really felt like we had a fun time and we connected, and I just hope he's not a sleazeball that just bails if he doesn't get hooked up with.
Any other reason beside that you think he's not calling you back?
I don't know. I mean, I know I can be a little aggressive, and that can kind of be a turnoff for people.
You didn't shout at him on your date, did you?
Shout at him for real?
Yeah, you didn't yell at him.
I don't think would you been aggressive like that?
I mean, I definitely took the last slice of pizza.
Oh, no, you said aggressive. I'm just making sure you didn't get yell at him in the pizza place or yell at him at your house or get just kind of aggro on the dude.
I don't know. God, now I have to think about that.
Now there's a whole new thing to think about. All right, well.
Oh, no.
Hang on. We'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
All right, awesome.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, I'm personally still confused what a caramely laugh sounds like. Eileen is on the phone with us. She described the guy that she wants to call today as having very good hygiene because she could tell that he flosses. She liked that about him. She said he was quick-witted, funny, and had a caramely laugh, which I'm thinking probably sounds like this.
No. Yeah,
Is that right? Is that right,
Have you ever
Eileen?
eaten caramel before? Do you even know what caramel is?
Apparently
That's what
not.
I would describe as a caramely laugh.
Okay, so the person laughing in the background is not a caramely laugh.
That's not a caramely laugh either?
Yeah,
All right,
there
so
it is.
neither of us have caramely laughs. Jose.
No.
Like
All right.
this. Like it's like confidence, like a deep-seated confidence, like ha 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 ha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You mean, all right, so it was like,
Yeah, I went on a date with Cookie Monster. Yeah, good job.
All right.
Smooth and sexy right
Okay,
there.
we're about to call him right now. His name is Paul, and Eileen thinks that he might not be calling back because when they got back to her place, they were having a glass of wine, and she cheersed him and said, hey, here's to not hooking up tonight, just letting him know that he's not going to get any. And he left shortly after that. She's hoping that that's not the case because she'd like to see him again, but that's the only reason you can think of.
Other than the fact that I'm a little aggressive, and I might have asked him to laugh on cue at one point.
Would you like him just laugh again for me? Oh, my
Oh
God.
God, it was so sexy.
All right, well, I can't wait to hear his caramely laugh. I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can find out why he's not calling you back, okay?
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, is Paul there?
This is he.
Hey, what's up, Paul? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay. Sorry, who is this?
My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi. How can I help you?
Well, I'm calling you today because one of our listeners actually sent us an email about you.
What?
It was about your laugh and how sexy it is. A lot of it was about your laugh.
Okay. Thanks for calling. I'm not really interested in, just one of those prank call shows. It's
No,
very funny.
this
I
is
wish
not-
you luck. I'm not very interested.
Paul, I promise this is not a prank phone call. They really did compliment your laugh in the email. It's actually from a girl that you went on a date with. Her name is Eileen.
All right. Yeah.
And Eileen sent us an email about you because she really enjoyed the time that you spent together, but now you're not calling her back after your date. So she wanted us to get you on the phone and find out what went wrong.
Oh, boy. Seems like an odd way to do this. I don't really see how that's any of your business.
Well, I mean, I guess technically it's not really, but Eileen sort of made it our business because she asked us to call you. She just wants to know why you won't go out with her again. Can you give us anything?
It's because she's not a good person.
What?
We talked to her and she sounded like a great person.
Well, I went on a date with her, and I'm sorry, I don't see myself having a future with someone who's a murderer.
Wow, you went from bad person to murderer.
Whoa, murderer?
Look, you called me. What do you want?
I just would love to know how you figured out that Eileen is a murderer.
Who did she kill?
That's a big claim.
Did you see her on America's Most Wanted or something?
Look, she's very engaging and charming. We went out. We had a good dinner. We went back to her place. She invited me in. I don't normally say yes on the first date, but I was having a great time.
Yeah.
And then we went into her place, and she had a stuffed goose on the wall.
What? I thought you were going to say there was a dead body in the freezer or something.
There was a dead body hanging on the wall. And I asked her about it, and she told me she's a hunter, all right? And she went hunting, found that thing, hunted it down, tracked it down, killed it in cold blood. And this is not funny.
I'm sorry. It just
There were
Well, you
Look.
can see how, I mean, it kind of sounds that way because you called her a murderer and then you're telling us
Yeah,
because...
she is a murderer.
Okay.
Okay? Animal lives mean a lot to me.
But there's a lot of people that hunt for food and for recreation.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who hunt, and fine, that's their life. They can live that way if they want to. I'm not going to be involved with someone who does, and I'm certainly not going to be involved with someone who hunts just to put them up on their wall like trophies. She had a boar's head in there. There were ducks. Like being in a horror movie, okay? I have no interest in dating a butcher, all right? I have no interest in dating a murderer. But you can laugh all you want. Animals are lives, too. And she's a murderer. You take a life, no matter what, you're a murderer. You can tell her that. You can tell her that's why we're not having a second date.
All right, well, you know
angry.
what, Paul? I don't actually have to tell her that you think she's a murderer because she's on the line listening and probably would love to talk to you right now.
Are you freaking serious? You're calling me a murderer because I like to hunt?
Yeah, I am.
I just don't understand. You were at my house. Why didn't you say something then? You literally said, oh, cool.
I was being polite, okay? I was being polite because I wanted to leave as quickly as possible. I don't know, if you're going to kill one animal, maybe you'll kill another one.
So wait, Paul, you left because you were scared of her?
I left because I was disgusted that she would take a life, yes.
I mean, honestly, it's not like I was killing, like, an elephant. It's a f***ing goose. They're vermin. Literally, you have to hunt them. Otherwise, they will cause problems like airplane crashes and car crashes. I'm doing everyone a favor. I'm saving tax dollars. You should be thanking me.
It's a lot of tough talk from someone who has to hang birds on their wall to feel good about themselves.
I don't hang birds on my wall to feel good about myself. I do it because I love natural history, and I love the idea of being proud of what I can do in my culture and my past. It's way more
You
beautiful
love
than just ordering
natural
a sausage
history so
pizza.
much that you're just going to go out and kill it? That makes a lot of sense.
I just think it's disgusting that you would criticize and judge me based on something that brings me so much joy and happiness. My father took me hunting. It's a part of my happiest memories. Every time I look at the boar on the wall, I think about how great my childhood was. You know, probably how you feel about, like, I don't know, douching yourself or something.
I can't handle that.
That was the kind of discourse I expect from a murderer.
Oh, my God.
Because you are a murderer. I stood in your living room. I saw the bodies of defenseless animals staring at me. Have you ever made eye contact with these animals? I'm sure you haven't. You think you have, but you haven't. You haven't looked into their souls and seen the pain on their faces when their lives were taken by some woman with daddy issues who went out to go hunt just to feel good about herself.
Are you kidding me? Grow some f***ing balls, dude. Like, have you ever even held a gun? Do you even know what you're talking about, or are you just speaking out of your ass?
I'll say it takes a lot more to save a life rather than take a life, okay? You ever think about it when you stick a gun in those animals' faces, that they have families, that they're just like people? They have lives that you're destroying just so you can have some decorations in your living room?
Oh, my God, Paul, thank you so much. You've made it so clear for me. I really get it now. Yeah, because the last time I saw a f***ing goose build a skyscraper like a human did, or the last time I saw a goose, like, solve a math problem like a human did, yeah, they're just like humans. The next one I see, I'll nickname it Paul, and I'll remember that it has a soul before I kill it.
Hey, that leads me to my question. Paul, would you like to go out on a second date with Eileen? We will pay
I do
for
not
it.
want to go on a second date with him.
Well, I know. I just thought I'd ask him.
You sure made a lot of phone calls trying to get a hold of me if you don't want to go on a second date with me. There's a lot about
Yeah,
your
and leave it to a pussy like you to not even respond. I should have known. Only a little girl wouldn't respond. A real
You
man
need
would
to
have been
kill
like,
animals to
nah,
feel
bitch.
good about yourself, and you need to get a radio station to find you a man. Wonderful. You're a real tough hero.
Whatever. Enjoy your f***ing easy bake oven, you little bitch.
Paul, thank you for your time. Are you still there?
Oh, my
Eileen,
God.
I think you scared him off.
Oh, you guys, this is so... I'm so mad. Like, I wasted wine on that idiot.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Wow. So many thirsty dudes wanting to take Eileen out. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm talking about the second date update. Eileen wanted to call Paul to find out why he wasn't calling her back. Well, it turns out Paul's not calling her back because she's a hunter and she kills animals and she's a murderer. He called her a murderer. But I say that all the thirsty dudes are texting in at 78592 because every single guy that's always like, I just want a guy's girl who would chug a beer with me and shoot a boar in the face with an arrow. Then she'll fart. She's the hottest. All of those dudes are texting in right now being like, hook me up with Eileen. I want to go out with her. She's a hunter. She sounds awesome. I'll go kill animals with her.
We even got a text message that says, I'm a straight woman, but I'd love to date her too.
We got a text in that says, give her my number. She wants a real man. I'm about to go to jail for 2 weeks.
No. Eileen doesn't want
But
that
we
either.
can go hunting when I get out.
What are you going to hunt, though, bro?
I'll see if I can hook you up, all right? Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
One of the greatest moments in life is after you hook up with someone and then end up running into them somewhere else.
Oh, it's
Isn't it?
so awkward.
It's kind of fun, though. A little bit.
No, not at all.
It's happens to me quite a bit with this one girl that I keep running into, and she's always with her boyfriend when I run into him, and I'm like, yes, lovely. That's kind of what happened with our second dater today, Jocelyn. Hey, Jocelyn, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. The email that you sent in to us said that you hooked up with a guy named Nathan, then saw him for a second time, and now he won't call you back, right?
Yeah.
Explain what happened.
We were partying in Belltown. It was really late at night. And a bunch of my friends were there and a bunch of his friends were there. We were kind of hanging out. And he's super funny. And he has kind of like crazy eyes. A little bit like funny and crazy.
That's a good quality? I'm confused for a second.
Yeah, like a stalker?
No, like you know how certain guys have buggy, crazy eyes that are sort of like they zone in on you, and when they tell a joke, it's super funny because their eyes get really big.
Those people are usually on television on the 5 o'clock news.
Yeah.
So what happened? You met this dude with the crazy eyes at a bar. It's late in Belltown. Then what?
I went back to his place. We hooked up, and I had to run off in the morning, so I just left my number.
Okay.
And I took off.
All right.
And a couple days later, he texted me and asked me if I wanted to meet up for coffee.
Did you guys actually meet?
Yeah, we actually did meet up.
Uh-huh.
The only thing that was a little weird about it is that when I first walked up to him, he said, "Can I help you?"
Did it seem like he didn't recognize you?
Kind of. But he's funny, so I kind of thought that it was all part of his funny personality.
Okay.
I can see, though, sometimes when I see people in a different place and I actually met them, it takes me a second to like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's you. Like, even if it's someone who's like my dearest friend.
Yeah.
Or it sounds like this guy has like Jose humor, where he's like,
Right.
"Oh, really funny joke that I'm doing."
Who are you? I don't remember.
So after you did that, did you guys have coffee and sit for a little while? What happened?
The weird thing was we had coffee for 5 minutes, and he gets this text message and says, "I have to go. My roommate's locked out of the house." And then he, like, took off, kind of without any further conversation about it.
Was it just pretty quick? Like he just bolted?
Yeah, and he kind of was like, "Oh, man." You know, he acted like, "Oh, I can't believe it."
Yeah.
But I'm a little suspicious that he ditched me.
So that's the last you've heard from him, is when he got the text message and he left.
Yeah.
How many times have you tried to reach out to him?
I've got pride. I texted him once and said, "Hey, hope it all worked out with your roommate and you're not both locked out," it's whatever. And never heard back from him.
You know, a lot of people will be judgy and say, well, it's because you gave it up on the first night, but he actually took her out to coffee. I'm just confused why he would ditch at that point. Like, why would he even contact her again
Well,
for coffee?
if he was, I mean, I'm just going to say it. If he was drunk the night when they hooked up, he may not have remembered exactly what she looked like.
Like, she may not be to the caliber he remembered.
Yeah. I mean, that's a possibility, Jocelyn.
How dare you?
I mean, I'm preparing you for the worst, okay? It's probably not that. I'm just saying that could be a possibility. It's happened with me in the past, all right? Probably on both ways. There's probably been girls that have hooked up with me and then saw me the next day and were like, oh, gross. So, I mean, that's just what happens when you drink, okay? All right, we're going to call him in like 3.5 minutes, all right?
Okay.
All right. Hang on. We'll play a song, come right back, call him and get your second date update.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email us, brookeandjubal@moving925.com. We'll call the person that didn't call you back, just like Jocelyn is about to. Jocelyn, you ready to give Nathan a call?
I'm ready.
For people who are just tuning in, Jocelyn hooked up with Nathan, left the next morning, gave him her phone number. They met up for coffee for a second. He acted like he didn't remember her. Then he claimed to have gotten a text message from a friend and left after like 5 minutes.
Whew, that was a good summary. I feel like I'm in a soap opera.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah,
Are
I'm out
you-
of breath now.
You got a little mad at Jubal when he inferred that maybe the guy didn't like the way you looked anymore. Are you open to criticism? Because that could be what you're going to get.
I looked cuter than he did, I'm just saying. But
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
I like that. Keep that with you. Keep that with you.
That's the good attitude to have, all right? All right, I'm going to call him right now, okay?
Hello?
I was looking for Nathan.
Yeah, this is Nathan. Who's this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm good. What's up?
Not much, just calling to check on things, see how life is. All that kind of good stuff. You doing all right?
Yeah, did I win something or what's going on?
No. I'm calling you because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go out on a date with someone and end up blowing them off, they email us to call you and ask why. Somebody emailed us about you the other day.
For real? Who emailed you about me?
I don't even know if it was necessarily a date, but it's a girl that you hooked up with, and then you met her for coffee a couple days later and kind of bounced out after a few minutes, said you got a text message from a friend.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. This was like a week ago.
Yeah.
I don't want to brag, but I hooked up with a number of women, and I hooked up with a few different girls that night. And I thought this girl was somebody else.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Oh, man. You hooked up with a couple of chicks the same night, Nathan?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of crazy. I don't even really do that much, but it was...
That much?
Yeah.
Nice.
One, you can't tell, but I'm high-fiving you through the phone right now.
I'm not.
Yeah.
So that's why you left when you met with her, because she wasn't the girl you thought.
She came up to me in the coffee shop, and to be perfectly honest, I didn't even really recognize this girl at first because she's kind of a butterface, and I mean, this girl was a sea donkey, man.
Oh, my gosh.
And then when it dawned on me, I just made up that thing about the text. I had to get out of there.
Yeah.
Okay, can I break in here and butterface, dude?
Yes. Nathan, if you can't tell, Jocelyn is on the phone with us.
Jocelyn is on the phone right now.
Yeah, that would be the girl that you just called a sea donkey.
And a butterface.
Oh, my God, do not repeat those things.
Yeah, I heard the butterface comment, and man boobs is all I have to say to that. I have a really hard time believing that you hooked up with all these multiple beautiful women.
How do you feel about what he just said, though?
I just don't believe what he's saying. No.
You don't believe that he didn't recognize you, or you don't believe he hooked up with multiple women?
I do not believe that he hooked up with multiple women.
It is interesting because didn't you stay the night at his house?
Yes, I spent the night at his house. He's totally full of it.
So, Nathan, were you hooking up with girls in the bathroom at bars or just taking them back for a quickie at your place, or what was going on?
I've seen this other girl a couple times, and I actually went and hooked up with her at her place before I went out that night, for one. Then, yeah, I hooked up with another girl at the bar, and then I met this chick when I was pretty blackout.
Wow.
What a good night for you.
It was I'm telling you, it was a good night.
Is it really a good night? Because you're referring to one of your hookups as a butterface. I'm sorry.
Hey.
He was blacked out. He doesn't remember.
Be nice. Yeah.
To Jocelyn's credit, she has a nice body.
Oh, well, that's... wow.
I probably got the herpes now. Thanks a lot.
Jocelyn, is regret finally setting in after your one-night stand with this dude?
I guess, once again, avoid the crazy eyes.
The crazy eyes didn't work out for you this time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jocelyn. I mean, that happens, though.
You sound resilient. I mean, that's a positive.
I mean, I'm not even having it with this guy. Like I said, man boobs. Hey, I'm not worried.
I don't think
like
he's
that.
too worried about it either. Nathan sounds like he's
that.
perfectly fine. Hey, at the end of these second date updates, we'll always ask if you guys would like to go out again for a second date. We will pay for it. Send you two lovebirds out again. What do you think? Nathan, would you like to go on a second date with Jocelyn?
How much are you guys paying?
Nathan.
Jocelyn, any interest in going out with Nathan again?
I am not.
Yeah.
That surprises me.
Yeah.
Nathan,
Yep.
thank you for your time, man. I appreciate you giving us an honest answer.
Thank you.
Congrats on hitting for the cycle. I think that's what it's called, right?
What does a cycle
It's a
mean?
baseball term.
It's a grand slam.
I don't know. It just means that he did 3 girls in one night, and I'm proud of him.
Oh, gosh. Guys.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yep.
No, don't appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Bread and butter wines pair with the life moments you love, offering a rich and jammy Cabernet Sauvignon, a silky smooth Pinot Noir, and a buttery Chardonnay. Bread and butter wines are delicious. Find bread and butter wines in your favorite store.
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
Normally, somebody describes a first date as being strange and unexpected. That's the introduction scene to a 7-part crime docu-series on Netflix.
Whoa.
At least that's what I picture in my head.
It went from 0 to like 8,000.
Well, you know how they start.
Yeah.
She met a strange man. Next thing, something unexpected happened.
It's very vague, but
Look, I don't know,
with
that's
the
how,
voice,
you know, that's how things go in my head.
Yeah,
but
totally.
today, one of our listeners said her date was strange and unexpected in a good way.
Okay, that's awesome.
Hey, that's rare.
And now she's hoping to have another. Her name is Taylor. Taylor, you like it strange?
It was really weird. It was a first, all right. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I'm excited to hear about this.
She sounded happy about it.
I'm scared.
So
Yeah.
what's the name of the guy that you went out with? What's his name?
Murphy. I met him online.
Okay.
Murphy,
I mean,
okay.
strange things always happen from online. And
Yeah. So what did you and Murphy do?
So we started out, we were just going to have like coffee and walk around the park a little bit.
Right. It's a good get to know you date.
Yeah, we just wanted to keep it casual and get to know each other, you know.
Okay.
Until something unexpected.
Stop. Scary.
I mean, really, honestly, like, what could happen that would make it so strange? This wasn't at like 2 a.m. or anything that you were doing this, right?
Yeah.
It was daylight.
Yeah, it was like we met at 2.
Okay.
And he seemed like really fun and comfortable to hang out with. You know, I felt like I could like really kind of be myself around him.
Oh, that's the best feeling.
It is. It honestly is what
Right
you should
away.
strive for in every
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah. So when did things start to turn?
It wasn't even awkward at all. So then we're sitting on the bench, and like he was like on the phone, and his eyes got really wide, and I couldn't really hear what was going on. But all I could hear was he goes, "Don't worry, I'll handle it."
Okay.
Don't worry.
Oh, so he was, I mean, he took the phone call then, right in front of you?
Yeah, but he said, "Hold on, I got to take this. This is important."
Okay.
Okay.
So, I mean, that could be anything, though.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
you
like-
don't answer a call on a date unless it's big.
Yeah.
But
and-
even handling stuff, what's a good thing that you can handle?
yeah. It sounds like you're about to help someone hide a body.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, you
Hey,
know.
go buy your grandma flowers. Like, I'll handle
I'll
it.
Maybe
I'll
he's got a
handle
library fine, and he means I'll handle it. Don't worry.
it. Still, doesn't fit, bro.
I don't know.
Who gets library
It could
fines
be
anymore,
innocent.
Brooke?
It could be innocent.
Okay. Well, what happened?
So it turned out that it was his brother-in-law, and so his sister was going into early labor. She was about to have a baby, like any second.
Oh my gosh.
And he'll handle the birth? What is he talking about?
I'll handle the baby.
Yeah.
Well, the brother-in-law was freaking out because he hadn't painted the baby's room yet.
Oh, that's so
Oh.
cute. So what did he do? Like, he meant that he's going to go paint the baby's room?
So I thought he was just going to leave, but he actually said to me, "Hey, do you want to come paint the baby's room with me?" And I'm like, "Right now?" Like,
Oh.
It's super cute.
it was cute.
I hope they let it air out.
Really?
That baby's gonna get high.
Oh, my God.
You would be if a guy asked you to go paint a room for your date,
Okay,
you'd
well,
be up for
I
it?
wouldn't paint, but I'd like sit in the room while he did.
Oh, my God, Alexis.
That's hard labor.
All right.
Think of babies.
Moving a brush up and down. Yeah, I would totally do it. I think it's darling.
So Taylor, is that what you did? Did you actually do that?
I actually did it.
And we ended up having some drinks and like we got some pizza while we were doing it, and we were having like so much fun.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
You painted his sister's baby room for free, and this guy is not calling you back?
Hey, he's paid her in pizza.
Yeah.
That's kind of messed up.
It kind of is, but it turned out to be so much fun. Like, I was over there for 3 hours with him, just hanging out. Like,
Okay,
it was so much
3 hours
fun.
is a long time.
For sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything in that span that maybe didn't go so well?
You know, I have been going over and over it in my mind, and I can't think of anything I did or said wrong, or I didn't have spinach in my teeth. Like,
Instead of doing your paint strokes up and down, did you do them side to side like a noob?
Ooh, not getting a call back now.
Oh, man. You need to do the all over, the chaos method.
Oh,
Looks bad.
you were thinking with the roller.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I don't even know if she had one of those.
No, but like maybe you were just like friend zoned. Did it feel too like hang out and less date?
no, because at the end we did kiss.
Oh,
Oh,
Maybe he really likes his friends.
as long as you didn't make baby jokes, you're probably good.
Yeah.
what kind of baby jokes
I
did you
don't know.
make?
Did you? I don't know. I just wouldn't want someone to talk about babies to me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
All right.
All right.
Well, we definitely have a mystery on our hands right now, Taylor. We're going to play a song. We're going to come back.
Unsolved mystery.
An unsolved mystery for
Yeah,
sure.
right.
When we come back after the break, we're going to find out. Was it the paint? What happened with the mysterious baby that never materialized after the date? That sounds really bad, doesn't
It does. It does. It sounds like we should call a homicide team or something.
I got to write these out more before I
Yeah.
say stuff. Well, hold on, Taylor. We'll be right. A moonlit walk on a secluded beach.
Okay.
Picking strawberries together at sunset. Putting a second coat of polyurethane paint sealer on a nursery room wall. Yeah, it's not your stereotypical romantic first date.
Oh my God, polyurethane. That's pretty intense.
It's powerful.
Bro, I don't even know what that means.
It'll give you some feelings, that's
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
will.
One of our listeners, Taylor, said she felt sparks after her date Murphy got an emergency call mid-coffee date, letting him know that his sister had gone into early labor and that he needed to go and paint their baby's room immediately before they got back from the hospital, and Taylor was invited to go along for the ride.
Yeah.
And she did.
I know, and it's so cute, Taylor, because it really shows what a good brother he is.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was adorable. I actually had so much fun with him.
I
Yeah.
forgot to ask, what color did you guys do?
We did, like, light blues and, like, some grays and light greens.
Classic.
Okay,
Neutral.
very classy.
Nice. I
Okay.
like
Yes.
that.
So how long has it been since your date? Because we never asked you that in the first part.
It's been, like, 2 weeks.
2
Okay.
weeks?
At least it hasn't been 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a toddler now.
I totally get, though, that, like, maybe there's a new baby and he's busy with his family and stuff. But, like, I mean, that would take, like, a week, not, like, 2 weeks.
I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe she's still in labor and the baby hasn't come yet.
Oh my God, that poor woman. Oh my God.
But I don't
I
know.
mean, that's sweet, but I don't think an uncle has a lot to do in the first 2 weeks of a baby being born. They don't do a whole lot.
Hey, we got to write a lot of jokes to get ready for that baby.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, let's find out. We're going to call Murphy for you, and we're going to try and get you your second date update. You ready, Taylor?
Oh, my God, yeah.
Okay. Take a deep breath. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Murphy, please?
this is he.
Hi, Murphy. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. You have a second to talk with us?
No. No.
Well, hold on.
Is it free stuff?
Yeah,
It could be. It could be.
maybe, yeah. This call is not collect either. That's totally free. The reason why we're ringing you is because we're doing a segment called a second date update. Have you ever heard of that before?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
So then you know how that works.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of which end of this I'm on. Do I get to follow up or still be checking in on me?
Oh, did you send us an email?
Yeah.
This is confusing.
I don't think you remember how this works at all,
No.
actually, after you just said that.
Maybe it's better if we explain. You recently went on a date with somebody, and afterwards, you're not calling them back, and they're curious why.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
remembering.
All right, Murphy.
And the girl that reached out to us about you, her name is Taylor.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know, I guess. How...
You okay, man? You sound really nervous.
I get it, though. I mean, it'd be really weird to get randomly called by a radio station and asked about, it's a pretty personal thing. You went on a long date with Taylor.
Yeah.
If I can ask, what was it that Taylor shared?
Well, I mean, she pretty much told us the entire thing, that you were supposed to go out and walk through the park, and you ended up getting a phone call from your brother-in-law who said your sister went into early labor, and that led to you and Taylor going back to your sister's house and painting her baby's room for her.
We did do that. Is that all she said that we did?
I mean, she said you ate pizza, drank a little bit, and kissed. You had a nice kiss.
I mean, she described it as a really nice time with you.
Yeah.
It was really fun. But there might be a little bit more. I'm not really sure it's my place to say this here.
Wait, there's more to the date, you're saying?
Yeah, no, it was super fun, and then it got awkward, you know?
No?
We don't know at all.
Awkward?
I just felt like it was pretty awkward for how fast things went.
Wait, you're the one that invited her back to your sister's house to paint the baby room. That's on you.
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean move fast?
Like, okay, first of all, that was amazing. I thought that was cool. I had to do that for my family.
Right.
But I'm not sure I can say it on your show regarding this, but we did it.
Did what?
Nice.
Jose. I think that that's a natural thing to happen between two consenting adults.
What'd you do?
We did it, man. I don't know. I'm trying to be cool here.
Okay, why are you acting so weird about it? Then if you hooked up, then that should be okay.
It's fine.
She was in the baby's room.
That's on you.
Yeah. It's not fair that you've left Taylor hanging this whole time based on something that's going on inside your head.
I mean, it's just, like, I told my brother-in-law. I got pissed.
Why would you tell your brother-in-law? What are you doing? You just keep that to yourself.
You know,
Tuck it away.
You know who you need to be talking
Oh
to
my
about this
God.
is Taylor. And thank God you've already kind of told her, because I need to let you know that she's been on the other line listening and she wants to talk to you, dude.
Shut up. She's not on the phone.
Yes, she is. Taylor, you there?
Yeah. I can't believe that you told people that on the air.
Oh, it's no big deal. It's fine. It's not like the baby was present in the room when you guys did it. The room was empty.
Yeah, but they like christened a room that child will live in forever.
Oh,
mean,
dude,
the walls,
they painted
the
it.
walls,
They deserve
no.
it. I'm gonna tell you, as a parent, there's much worse things that'll probably happen to the kids. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So
Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Taylor, how are you feeling right now hearing all of this?
I mean, I get that you feel guilty, but I thought we had a really good connection, and, you know, it was, like, up to you, too, to do it in that room, you know?
That was really fun. It was a good connection. But I didn't know it was going to be as awkward as it was after.
But I feel like it was just so awkward, like, because it was in the baby's room.
It's like doing it in your grandma's
right.
room.
And it sounds like you made it awkward. Like, why would you tell your brother-in-law?
I felt guilty about doing it in his room. It's not my house. It's not my place.
So you clean condoms?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a good sign, Taylor, that he's very honest.
Too honest,
Well-
honestly.
But, like, if
But-
he ever met me, like, would he know that that was me?
Oh, would the brother-in-law know? Is that what you
Yeah.
mean?
Say it was her, right?
Well, maybe the paint marks on your clothes might be a hint. But it sounds like there's still a connection between you guys. It's just,
And she's
Murphy, you have to
right.
get over it.
If the brother doesn't know, then it's not like it's going to be awkward if they ever meet.
Well, I don't want to lie to him that it's, like, not eventually her. What do you guys think?
I don't think you have to lie to him, Murphy. I just think you just leave it out of conversation. I highly doubt.
Do you have to tell everybody every place that you do it every time?
Hey, name's Murphy. I
Okay.
slept with someone in the car. Nice to meet you.
I don't want to sound pathetic, but, like, what if it's, like, the birth of a new baby and then, like, also the birth of a new connection with someone, you know?
Oh, I like that. You're making it deeper.
Are you saying, Taylor, that you got pregnant in there and there's an
Oh my
opportunity?
God, stop it.
I don't. What are you saying?
I'm just
what are you
like,
saying?
like, maybe...
He really wants you to answer that.
Murph just got nervous.
Well, I don't know. It's only been 2 weeks, so I don't know.
Oh, Murphy, you may have to see her again. No matter what.
Yeah, I mean, just to be a good guy, Murphy, I need to ask you, would you like to go out with Taylor one more time? We're going to pay for it.
It'll be a funny story someday.
I guess I'll go out with her again. Maybe we can do it at my place.
Okay.
You don't need to plan
Yeah.
it.
That's
You really don't.
really romantic.
Send out a memo to let everybody know.
Excuse me, do I get a say in this? I mean, I'd like to say where we get to do it.
That's fair.
Brooke and Jubal.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update is brought to you by the bare minimum. What? If more dudes would learn to do just the bare minimum, their dates would go a lot better.
You think so?
Yes, I do. And proof of that is Steven, who's on the phone right now. He learned that lesson the hard way. What's up, Steven?
How are you guys?
Good. You're kicking yourself for not doing the bare minimum, aren't you?
Well, yeah, hindsight's 2020, but I guess so, yeah.
Stop preaching that. Women actually like it when guys put in a little effort.
That's what I thought, too, until I went out with Erin.
Okay, so that's her name, Aaron?
Yeah, I met Erin online and learned that lesson quick.
Okay. What did you do for her that backfired so badly?
Well, I know I'm not the greatest dater. Like, that's just, I'm not very good at it.
Okay.
But, you know, I wanted to be a little extra creative, so I picked up Erin at her house, and, you know, she looked beautiful. I thought she was great, and I told her that I had a surprise for her.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. See, that's the thing. You want something special, but when you say surprise and internet date together, it usually is going to send up some red flags for women.
Yeah, I kind of thought that maybe, but, you know, I thought it'd be fun, just something different instead of just the same old date, just nothing really fun. So I went to the store right before the date on the way there, and I thought it'd be funny if I just picked up, like, 4 random things and then said, like, let's just try to incorporate these 4 things, these random things, into our date somehow.
Like you got like a, I don't know, a deck of cards and a keg cup, and you're just like, let's see how we can get it all work into a date?
Yeah, I mean, kind of, but I did get a few other different things.
So what were the things you got? Because I'm on your side right now.
Well, I got a pair of sandals, and then I picked up, like, a big red mug, Clorox bleach, and then I got a toy car. That was, like, the 4th thing I got.
How are you going to work those into a date?
That was going to be the fun part.
Oh,
you know?
all right. Bleach would have scared me right away.
Exactly. I thought he was going to follow it up with, like, duct tape and a shovel are the other 2 things I bought.
Thinking about it now, I guess the bleach is kind of weird, huh?
Yeah, really weird.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. I was like, well, if these things are so different from each other, how are they all going to be able to incorporate? I thought it'd be a fun idea.
And what was her reaction to all these things?
Well, as soon as she saw that, she said no.
No.
Right away. She's like, no, I don't want to do that. And she's very clear. She's like, that doesn't sound like something I want to do. So I was like, oh, what do you want to do? I kind of froze up. I had nothing in my mind that would work as a backup plan.
So let me get this straight. You could make a date work with bleach, a red mug, sandals, and I can't remember what the other thing was. And you can't make a date work with just like, hey, let's go somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess not. I just panicked. I had this kind of idea in my mind that this was going to be this adventure date, but it wasn't, and it wasn't going to be that way.
What do you guys actually do?
She just said, like, let's just go to a bar and drink and we'll talk.
And that's what I mean, the bare minimum,
Yeah.
Steven.
Yeah, well, I wish I would have went that route anyways, but I didn't.
Were you able to recover from the bottle of bleach?
The thing was, it was tough. You know, we got to the bar and talked, and I just kind of never really recovered from it. You know, we just never got in a groove at all.
Okay.
Really, I was just in my head the whole time, and I couldn't get out of it. And I kind of was going back to just how I fumbled the ball, you know, right away. And I just couldn't get in the groove. It was all on me. I just couldn't recover.
I feel like you're being too hard on yourself. I mean, you put in some valiant effort. It sounded like, I mean, if she were willing, it could have been a fun experience.
Yeah, no, I really don't think she had any fun with me.
All right, well, that could have happened. So you're trying to get her on the phone to see if you can get a do-over?
Yeah, I did try for a second date, so I did send her flowers the next day.
Well, that's nice.
And I just said, thanks for coming with me, and I'd love to take you out again. And I did promise her that the second date would be a lot easier and much better.
All right. And did you hear anything back from the flowers?
I didn't hear anything for 2 days, and then she did text, and she told me that she was really thankful for the flowers.
But it took her 2 days to write you?
Yeah, it was like a day. I think the flowers get delivered, and then the next, like 2 days after that, or a day after that. And then I replied back to her asking if she wanted to go on that second date, and then I haven't heard anything from her since. So,
Are you sure you just don't want to chalk this up to a bad experience and find another girl online?
I thought about that, but I really think about her quite a bit, and I think she's great. And I think that, honestly, that first date, and it was so awkward and bad right off the door, I'm hoping that maybe the second date would just kind of smooth things over, and I'll be a little bit more confident in making better choices, I guess, making it a lot easier.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and see if we can get you a second date where you can try to do better. All right?
Great. That's all I want. Thanks.
Yep.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know what they always say? When life gets you down, you lay there and make excuses until somebody feels bad for you and tries to help you out.
Yeah, I heard that. That's
The old saying.
it's catchy, too.
And Steven is on the phone right now, and he got knocked down by love in the second date update today. He went out with a girl named Erin. He actually had some fun plans to do like a weird date kind of thing. I don't really want to go into the whole recap of it, but he made plans for what he thought was a fun date, and he thought that she had a horrible time. So even after the date, he sent her some flowers, and all he got was a text back saying, "Thanks for the flowers," and then no response. So he hasn't heard anything from her since. We're about to get her on the phone and see if Steven can get some redemption. Steven, you ready?
I am, yeah.
Okay, and I don't want you to come out of this, Steven, feeling bad about yourself. Because, I mean, if this doesn't work out, you are a thoughtful, caring, seems like very gentle human being. And you should stick with that.
Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, but I mean, I know I'm not the best dater, and I kind of screw up things a lot. So,
All right, I tried to give you some confidence.
Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, okay? You ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Erin, please?
This is Erin. Who's this?
Hey, Erin, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, radio show?
Sorry, I'm not familiar.
No, you're not?
I don't think so.
Good, we're off to a great start. So we do a segment on our show that's called the Second Date Update. And we recently got an email from one of our listeners about you.
Oh, okay. Who?
His name is Steven.
Oh, he emailed you guys?
Yep, he emailed us, told us a little bit about your date, and said that he really liked you, but now you're not getting back to him. So he thought maybe we could find out what went wrong.
Okay. I mean, Steven, he's a nice guy. Like, I thought he was cool.
You did?
You sound so positive about Steven.
He's really sweet. Probably the nicest guy I've ever been out with on a date. Whoa. The only thing is he's a little bit down on himself.
Down on himself?
Yeah, I think he's a little bit too down on himself.
Well, we talked to him, and he doesn't sound like the most confident guy in the world, or even near the most confident guy in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And he told us about your date. He said that he had planned some kind of fun date for you guys, and you turned him down instantly and were like, no, I want to go to a bar.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I felt bad about that. Normally, I'd be down for that kind of thing immediately, but I didn't explain. I was kind of hungover from the day before, so I needed to just get back to normal. So that's why I thought, let's go to a bar.
Wait, so you weren't freaked out by the bottle of bleach he had, or you didn't think he was an idiot for even thinking about it?
I mean, I didn't think about the bleach much because I was, like I said, hungover. But I just thought, let's keep it simple because I don't feel well. Let's just get to know each other.
Okay.
That sounds
And-
so nice.
Yeah, it does. He said that's the part that really threw him off because he didn't know what to do with that. He said he felt kind of awkward and felt bad that he had tried to plan something that you didn't like.
Oh, yeah, he made that very clear.
Oh, no.
I mean, he apologized the entire night, and I kept telling him, no, it's fine. And I even told him that I kind of felt bad for turning it down so abruptly, but he just couldn't let it go the whole date.
Okay, and did that just kind of get annoying to you?
Well, I felt like I kind of had to pick him up, like, no, it's okay. Let's just move on.
Yeah, and like one of the most attractive things about a person can be confidence.
Yeah, it was just, I couldn't even get to know him because he was beating himself up.
He was like, I'm a terrible person.
I actually visually picture him punching
Yeah.
himself in the face when you say that.
I mean, yeah, I think he kind of was inside, and it made me feel kind of bad because I felt like I was doing that to him.
Now you guys are just both on this date feeling horrible for him, I guess. You're both feeling bad for him.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what I said or did, I just couldn't really get him out of it. I mean, he's got like zero confidence. Like, he went to the bathroom and he was gone so long. Like, I clocked it at 20 minutes before I checked on him.
Well, that's not confidence. That's like I don't know, lactose intolerance or something. That's
Oh, no.
There's another issue there.
I went to check on him because I was concerned, just wondering what was up. And he was outside the bathroom saying that there were people in there and that he couldn't, go when there was other guys around. So he was waiting for it to be empty.
Shut up. He told you that? He can't.
Yeah.
He can't use a urinal when other people are around.
Yeah, I mean, I guess not. I mean, he was just standing outside the door that whole time.
Oh my gosh! Did you offer I'll watch the girls' room so you can at least use a private stall?
No, luckily some guy came out and he sprinted inside, and I did watch the door for him. He's like, "Can you watch the door for me?" And I was like, "Sure."
Can you watch my door? I gotta pee real bad. I could see how that might be a little bit of a turn off.
Not a little bit. That is a big turn off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really even know how to feel. I just kind of stood outside the bathroom and watched for him, and then we finished our date, and yeah, I didn't really know how to feel about him.
All right, well, he knows how to feel about you because he liked you a lot.
I mean, that's really sweet. I mean, I liked the idea of him. It's hard to say, though,
Okay. Well, I need to let you know, Aaron, Steven is actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah, Steven, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, Aaron. Sorry about this.
Oh, no.
You don't need to apologize, Steven.
Yeah, you don't need to apologize, Steven. You don't have to worry about it.
No, I should. I do. I really should apologize to you. I shouldn't have called the radio station. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that was a good idea.
Steven.
You were wondering what was going on. I get it.
Well, I do want to apologize. I'm sorry about it.
Steven, what are you doing? Just stop apologizing.
Steven, I felt bad that I turned down your idea, for incorporating objects into our date or whatever. Like, I would normally be down for that. Like, I just want to be clear. I felt bad. So you don't have to feel bad.
No, I'm sorry about it. I shouldn't have probably done that right away.
No, you don't have to apologize. You don't have to. It's okay.
Well, I don't know. I just feel bad that I'm making you feel bad about, me feeling bad. So it's I'm sorry about that.
The lack of confidence is kind of endearing to me now, Aaron.
I don't know. I mean, you just have to stop apologizing. You're okay. We'll move on from here.
Steven, Aaron is telling you not to worry about it. Do you hear her saying that?
Yeah, I heard her. No, and I appreciate that. But, I know the truth, and it's probably more on some of the things that I've done. So.
You don't know the truth. That's the thing. Everything about you sounds really great and attractive and something that Aaron would want, except for this piece of you that seems to overshadow everything else.
Like when you were talking about skiing and you made a joke about the bunny hills and I cracked up. Do you remember that? I mean, you were really funny and charming.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I mean, I'm just not very good at skiing, so it's funny to I don't know.
Somehow I have a feeling, Steven, that you wouldn't think you were very good at skiing.
Anything.
But you thought that was funny?
Yeah, of course.
I thought maybe you were just being nice.
No, honestly, I mean, you're really funny. You just need to work on your confidence a little bit, and you'd be sexy even.
Wow, that's very nice of you to say. Thank you.
There you go, Steven. Look at that. Aaron thinks you could be sexy.
Someone should put a little pep in their step.
Aaron, would you like to go out with Steven on a second date? We will pay for it.
I mean, I was just trying to get his spirits up. I mean, I don't know if I'm ready to take that step yet.
Oh. Come on.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was probably what you were thinking, so I don't blame you.
Steven, I wasn't just trying to be nice. I just don't know if you can stop beating yourself up. I don't know if you can stop. If you can stop this and just be with me.
I mean, I'd love to
on a
take
date.
you on a second date, Aaron. I really would. And if you would, I'll work on my confidence, I guess, but I can't guarantee anything.
Steven, try it again. Try that again.
Yes.
And then say that you guarantee it. I want to see if you can do it.
All right. I do it. All right, cool.
Okay.
Well, I really would love to take you on a second date, Aaron. And, I'm going to work on my confidence. So, you know what? I guarantee it.
Whoa, there you go, Aaron. That's a Steven guarantee. That's as good as gold.
It's almost like a pitch
Yeah,
man now.
And you know what? We'll probably going to have the time of our lives.
Probably.
Oh my God, you're so
Come on, Aaron.
adorable right now.
Aaron, just give him one more shot.
You cannot say no to that.
All right, yeah, I'll give you a shot, but don't put too much pressure on it, okay? Just be
No,
you.
I'm going to
Just
play
be
cool.
confident. Yeah.
I'm going to play totally cool.
You sounds like you're a master of that, Steven, so good luck, man.
All right, looking forward to it.
I can't wait.
Steven's so excited.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
You know, normally an escape room would be a bad thing on a first date.
I would go with always, not normally.
Unless you're the person who put your date in the escape room, then you're probably having a good date and they're having a bad one. Either way, escape room always sounds kind of weird to me for a first date.
Yeah, extremely.
But that's exactly where Nick took his date, Taylor, and now she's not calling him back.
Yeah, because no one can get a hold of her. What is going on?
Nick, that's really all you put in your email, and I don't know what an escape room is. Do I need to alert the authorities?
No, they're actually amazing.
Wait, what's amazing?
Escape rooms.
What is an escape room? It sounds like you have some girl handcuffed in your basement to me.
No, it's not like that. An escape room is basically a game that you play with like 8 to 10 people. You go inside, they lock the door behind you, and there are clues that you have to figure out in order to get out.
Okay. That's a lot more innocent than what I thought you were originally emailing about.
Yeah, it's a little nerdy if you think about it. You have to solve clues in succession, and once you solve one, it opens up the clues to another, and another puzzle, and so on and so forth. And finally, within this like 45 minutes to an hour time, you get to get out.
So did you meet this girl at the escape room, or did you meet her somewhere else and tell her you were going to take her to an escape room?
So I had about 8 of my buddies who were going to go, and one of my good friends has a girlfriend who was like, I want to do that, and brought one of her girlfriends. So unexpectedly, I thought it was just going to be 8 of us. It was 10, and that's where I met Taylor, in the middle of the escape room.
Oh, sounds sexy. I mean, it is kind of like today's version of laser tag is kind of what it is, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, so how was the chemistry with you guys while you're trying to escape the room? Was she crying? Were you crying?
We're never going to get out.
There was a lot of panic, but I really was attracted to her immediately. She had this like amazing laugh, and she like jumped straight into it. Like, you can't be shy in these things. You got to be bold and really like go after things. And she was so energetic about it. We kind of like went off in our own like nerd way and started solving more puzzles than most people. So
Okay, and I mean, was it clear that you were into her, that you were hitting on her?
I think so. Yeah, I was definitely like zooming in on like just hanging out with her. So
you cornered her in an escape room.
I locked her up, basically. Yeah. I was the only option.
All right, how did the rest of the day go? Did you end up getting her number and all that?
Well, yeah, I did get her number, but it was kind of weird. Like about 30 minutes in, time's running out, and randomly my really close friend and his girlfriend started getting into a full-on argument off in the corner. They're like yelling, they're like,
That's awesome.
I could see how an escape room could cause an argument. What were they fighting about anyway?
We don't actually know what they were arguing about, but it got really awkward for everyone because they're essentially screaming at each other and just alienating themselves from everyone else. So we were really trying to get out of that room.
You were really trying to escape.
There's like actual claw marks on the walls.
It's the hardest you've ever worked to escape from one of your escape room parties.
Exactly.
So what did that led to you getting her phone number while your friends were fighting? Yeah.
Taylor and I were on the same team regarding like wanting to, diffuse the situation and break up the fight. So I went and talked to my buddy, and Taylor went and talked to her friend just to make sure that, they were on other sides of the room or of the corner. So.
Oh, so you guys were like the heroes of the escape room together.
I like to think so. Yeah, we absolutely were. So,
right.
and we were successful.
So you guys diffused the situation.
Definitely. And then I asked her if she wanted to get a drink afterwards to kind of celebrate our chivalry, I guess.
And did she say yes?
She did, yeah. We actually ended up going and getting a drink pretty close by, and we kind of bonded over the fight. And the two of us were talking about how we would never do anything like that in public, and like we're kind of like embarrassed that they would even do that.
So basically, you were saying if we were a couple, we'd never be like that couple. They suck.
Basically, yeah, exactly.
Did you end with a kiss?
We didn't end with a kiss. She said she had to leave because she works early, so I just thought like it wasn't necessarily a date, so I wasn't sure if it was appropriate to kiss her on the first date. So.
And how many times have you tried to call her since your little escape room fiasco?
I've called her like 2 or 3 times now.
And nothing.
Nothing, no. I even like talked to my buddy to see what was going on. He was trying to stay out of it. He was like, this is all on you. You figure it out. So
Wow, good friend.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know why that chick won't call you back. Dude, figure it out yourself. By the way, can you help me out with my argument with my girlfriend?
got it.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then find out if you got a second date or if you get ditched.
All right, thanks.
Okay, I'm already a better friend than yours. All right, hang on. You guys ever remember the game 7 Minutes in Heaven?
Oh, yeah.
People would play that as kids. I never played it. I had this uncle that was always trying to get me to do it, but I always said no.
I'm glad you did.
It's a party game where people lock themselves in the closet for 7 minutes and whatever happens, happens, I guess. I know I never really did actually play it as a kid. That's because I had a bad childhood. But could have been because of that uncle. Who knows? All these are different stories for different times.
Yeah, or
what we're
therapy.
talking about right now is the second date. And Nick, who's on the phone to do a second date right now, played a really long game of 7 Minutes in Heaven with the girl he wants to call today because they were locked for like 45 minutes in an escape room together. I think that's kind of similar, right, Nick?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, except for there's a group of people with you.
Yeah, right?
Which makes it a little bit more awkward.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
If you're just joining us for the second date today, Nick is on the phone, and he met the girl he wants to call today in an escape room. I guess that's where a group of people get together, and then they play games to try to figure out how to escape from a room and see if they can do it in a certain amount of time. They met there, and then there was an awkward moment when a couple of their friends got in a fight with each other, boyfriend and girlfriend, and then the two of them, Nick and Taylor, went over and saved the day and talked them down. And then ended up at drinks, had a few drinks, some laughs, and then Taylor left, and now she's not calling Nick back, and he has no idea why.
You can't think of anything that you did wrong or that would have been awkward besides that fight?
Yeah, no, other than the fight. We had a really, really fun time, and we clicked.
All right, well, I'll dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date. You ready?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Taylor, please?
Yeah, this is her.
Hey, Taylor, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm good.
Good. Are you familiar with the radio show?
I mean, I've heard of it.
Cool. Have you ever heard us do something called a second date?
No.
You haven't? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody, right, and then end up not calling them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what went wrong. So you recently met a dude, and now you're not calling him back, and he asked us for help.
Oh. Wow. Okay, that's really awkward.
I'll say some names to you, and you tell me if they ring a bell. Milt. Have you gone out with a Milt lately?
What? No.
How about Chester?
What are you, we haven't talked to Chester or Milt.
No Chesters, no Milts. What about a Nick?
Yes.
That'd be the one.
Okay.
Surprise!
Nick,
It would be more shocking, actually, if it was Chester.
I know. Nick told us about how he met you at that escape room and shared some drinks with you and thought that he was going to see you again, but now you're not calling him back, and he's wondering why.
Oh, wow. This is very weird.
I mean, the way he painted the picture is that you guys had a delightful time together.
Yeah, I guess so.
That doesn't sound like a ringing endorsement. Yeah, I suppose it was fine. Was there something that Nick did wrong?
No, there's nothing he did.
He told us about your friends getting into a fight in the escape room, the boyfriend and girlfriend. Was that the awkward thing that somehow made you not want to go out with him?
Oh, he told you about that?
Well, he said that a couple of your friends got into an argument, and then the two of you went over to try to help smooth things out. Like you talked to his girlfriend, and he talked to his friend, and then everything was good.
That's all he said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a really awkward situation. I don't know if I should talk about it.
Is it awkward for your friends or for Nick?
Mostly for my friends, yeah,
Okay.
and me.
Oh, and you.
It was awkward for me.
So awkward for everybody. And you know what? Our show specializes in awkward. So I think that you should tell us.
I don't know.
Well, more importantly than us, how about Nick? Because Nick really wants to know why you're not calling him back.
Okay, the thing is, like, I kind of lied to Nick when I was out with him.
You lied to him about what?
About why our friends were fighting.
Well, didn't he know why they were fighting?
No, he did not.
So why were they fighting? Like, for real, not the lie part.
Basically, they were fighting because the guy was texting me and his girlfriend found out about it.
Wait. What? What do you mean, like, texting you like he was trying to make you a side piece or something? Like, what do you mean?
He was just sending me, like, really flirty texts.
Whoa. And when you guys were in the escape room?
No, it was before this. And I was like, hey, I told my girlfriend, I was like, your boyfriend is texting me. And she just decided to bring it up in the middle of this escape room.
What? Oh my God. I have so many questions, but one is why on earth would you ever agree to go into an escape room with a boyfriend who's hitting on you and his girlfriend?
I don't, that's a good question. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
bad.
Looking back on it, it's probably not a good idea.
No!
Yeah, it was a bad decision.
So they were arguing about you.
Yeah.
But what does that have to do with Nick and why you wouldn't be calling Nick back?
I just don't want to get in a relationship where our friends are like arguing and I'm the cause of it. I just want to stay away from all of it.
Oh, it sounds like so much good drama, though, doesn't it?
Not for me.
I'm kidding.
Speaking of good drama, Nick is actually on the phone listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, I am, unless he's hung up. Nick, are you there?
Hey, Taylor.
Hello. Hey.
How's it going?
Fine.
This is awkward.
Yeah, everything's fine.
You knew why they were fighting? And it was all because of you?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Why did you feel like you had to lie to me?
I
feel like we had a good time. Like,
I just didn't want to involve you more than you already were involved because it was just so weird.
And Nick, don't you think that's a positive thing? I mean, like, for once she was trying to tamp down the drama instead of bring it up.
yeah, I guess. It's just still a little suspicious.
Yeah.
Suspicious?
What do you mean suspicious?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you guys met. Like, are you guys still texting at all? And, is it still happening?
No, we are not texting. No.
Snapchatting?
I do not.
Using that
None of the above.
Oh, okay.
And you were never texting with him, right? You were just a recipient.
Yeah, I in no way encouraged him.
Well, how can I know that you're telling the truth about all this? My buddy wouldn't just come on to you for no reason. Like, you would have had to have done something or encouraged it.
What?
Right?
Okay, we're talking about Dan? Of course he would. That guy's a pervert.
Dan is not a perv. I've known him for 15 years. We've been through a lot together. He can be a little wild, but he's definitely not a pervert in any way, and he's really faithful.
Think about it. The girlfriend was yelling at the boyfriend. If the girlfriend thought that Taylor was involved, she would also be yelling at Taylor.
Exactly. Thank you.
That's not part of a girl code?
No.
No.
It just seems the way it is. Whenever somebody cheats, they always blame the person who their significant other cheated on with.
Totally.
Like, their significant other had nothing to do with it. I agree there. She'd probably be yelling at Taylor more than her boyfriend. Dan the pervert or whatever his name is.
He's not a pervert.
If I showed you some of the things he's been texting me, you would say something different.
Oh, really?
Eggplant emoji.
So let me get this straight. You're saying you've never flirted with him. You've never encouraged him to keep texting you, and you guys have never hooked up or done anything? You're the innocent person in this whole thing?
Yes, that is what I'm telling you.
And Nick, it sounds like you're trying to pin her down and attack her for causing the drama.
It just is. Yeah, I've known Dan for so long. It just seems so weird that this would be happening. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it.
I am telling you the truth. Your friend is a creep. He's been texting me. His girlfriend got mad. I have nothing to do with it. I want to be completely out of it. I don't want to be involved.
Is that why you were so anxious to get out of the escape room?
Yes, I did not want to be around them. It was like a mistake that I went there.
Not a total mistake, right?
Oh, there we go. The
So
tune
you-
is changing.
All right, Nick's still in.
Hey, Taylor, would you like to go on a second date with Nick? We will pay for it.
I'm going to have to say no because the situation is just too weird right now, and I need to wait till everything blows over.
I don't know what this has to do with you and I. Like, their problems are their problems, and I think you and I should focus on us and see, what we could be. Because we did have a good time. You can't deny that.
I mean, we had a good time. I just can't. It's just too weird right now.
Taylor, I know there's all this drama going on between our friends, but I think there's something here, and that should be enough for us to go out again.
Yeah.
I think that means no.
It's just too weird.
I just think there could be something here.
I mean, really, it sounds like everything just boils down to this other couple fighting. Don't you think that will blow over eventually, and then you guys could go out?
I just still have to say no.
No for now, right?
Yes, no for now.
So there's a chance at some point.
So maybe one day.
All right.
Oh, yay.
Yay. I've never been so happy at the end of a second date.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
We've heard a lot of bad dates on the second date update. Today, though, might take the cake for the worst date ever
What?
Oh, no.
How?
in the history of dates.
Dude, we had a guy poop himself a week ago.
This would be way more painful, in my opinion. Will is on the phone with us. He wants to do a second date update today, and Will spent his first date, get this, with a girl
Yeah.
babysitting her nieces. Oh, my God, that sounds like a horrible time.
It's kind of cute.
Will, how are you?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What up, man? So you went on a first date, but your first date was actually babysitting her nieces? How'd that work out?
You know, it actually wasn't as bad as it sounds, honestly. We have some mutual friends, and they wanted to set us up. I thought she was cool. I met her at a party, but she's really busy, and I'm really busy. It was really hard to coordinate, and so she told me that the only time that she was going to have free in the next 2 weeks was when she was babysitting for her brother, and, I was game.
Was it fun? Did you have a good time?
It was cool, yeah. I mean, I love kids, and they're really nice kids. We had a great
You
time.
didn't have to spank any of them or put them on timeout? You didn't take over? And
Just goes a dictator.
Did you guys just hang out, like at, you said it was her brother's kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys just hang out at his house, or did you actually go do something?
No, we hung out at his house. We went to the park at one point.
Yeah.
Okay.
One, I don't know. As a new parent, I think it's a little strange to let whoever's babysitting your kids go on a date at the same time. I feel like maybe your attention wasn't totally focused in the right places, but hey, whatever. Did you connect with the children?
For sure, yeah. I'm great with kids.
Yeah, that is a weird question.
Yeah.
I mean, like, did he have fun?
Did you have one-on-ones
Yeah.
with the children?
I think the time was more about his date and not if he wants to become a stepfather to these kids.
I was wondering if his connection with the kids impressed the girl. That's all
There
I'm
you
trying
go.
to say.
Okay.
Did it? Did she seem impressed with how you were able to handle children? Okay, that sounds creepy. Everything. Okay, let's just forget about the kids for a second. How did the date go?
It was great. Like, we went to the park. We made mac and cheese. You know, I thought we were having a banging time.
Banging time.
And did everything seem okay on her behalf? Like, did you guys end up kissing or making out? Like, put the kids to bed?
Well, here's the thing, man. I mean, you know, I told you we were making mac and cheese at one point and, like, laughing. You know, the kids were in the next room watching a movie, and the whole thing was going so well, and I kind of got caught up in the moment. And I went in for a kiss, and she was not into it.
She denied you. How did she deny you? Did she shove you off and, like, call you a jerk? Or was she like, I don't kiss on the first date? Or, hey, idiot, there's kids in the other room. How did that go down?
She just, like, she was cool about it. She sort of put her hand on my chest and, like, she didn't push me away, but she didn't let me get any closer.
Yeah.
And she was like, you know, that's not appropriate.
She pulled out the pepper spray.
Did her mood seem to change after that? I mean, it sounds like you guys were happy-go-lucky, and then after the kiss, did things go downhill, or were you guys able to recover?
You know, the vibe definitely did change a little bit, but we kind of got back into having a good time. You know, when I said goodbye, it was like, we definitely need to do this again, and she was like, for sure. She seemed into it.
All right, and how many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your date?
I've called like 3 times. She never answers the phone. You know, she'll only respond to my text, but it's always like one-liners, like, can't talk, too busy.
All right, and that's probably different from how she was texting you before you went out, right?
Totally, and that's what's confusing me is that it's not only different than that, but it doesn't represent how the date went. Like, I feel like something's up, I don't know what.
There's nothing you're leaving out, like you started cussing in front of the kids, or...
No, I mean, I told you everything.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
Cool, man, thanks.
All right, man.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Will?
Yo.
I think I know why you're not getting a call back.
Okay.
Now, you went on your first date with Angie, and you babysat her brother's kids.
Right.
Her nieces.
Yeah.
I think that Angie lied to you the whole time. I think those are actually her kids.
What? That's too
She
weird,
made an
dude.
elaborate scheme to see
No.
how you would interact with her kids the whole time.
This is really a future daddy
Yep.
audition.
And now she's not calling you back because you didn't pass the test. Her kids didn't like you. I picture her sitting her kids now before he comes over here. Remember, you do not call me mommy. You
Oh,
call me
so
Aunt
weird.
Angie right now. Hey, we've heard weirder things on second date updates before.
That'd be a whole
It's not
lot
out of the
crazier.
realm of possibility. All right, man, we're about to make the phone call. Just to remind everybody, Will did try to kiss Angie while they were making mac and cheese for the 2 little youngsters they were watching on their babysitting date. And she pushed him away and was kind of awkward about the whole thing. And she's been texting him back just saying that she's too busy to get together. So we're about to get her on the phone and see if that is the case or if you did something really wrong to make her not like you. You ready to go, Will?
Ready to go.
All right, man.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Angie, please?
this is her.
Angie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Wait, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show?
Okay.
Okay, clearly you're not a listener. That's fine. Hey, no worries. We do a radio show. My name is Jubal. I'm also here with Brooke Fox, Jose
Hey.
Bolaños, and Lydia Cruz.
Hey.
Hi.
We're calling you this morning because you recently went out on a date with a listener of ours. Do you remember going out with Will?
Yeah, I remember him.
Okay. Well, Will has been trying to get a hold of you, and apparently you keep texting him back that you're busy.
Yeah.
Are you really busy, or are you blowing him off? That's the question that we want to know.
I am really busy.
Okay, so you would like to go out with Will again?
Well,
There it
You
is,
don't want
Angie.
to, okay.
Because the thing is even if you're busy, you make time for somebody that you like.
the thing is, I don't want to go out with him again because he did something that made me really uncomfortable after the date.
After the date.
He did text
Okay.
you. I mean, he called you like 3 times, which is a little bit much.
Well, right away, right after the date, he texted me, which is fine, just like had a good time, but he said he forgot his wallet at the house, at my brother's house. And I was like, oh, no problem, whatever. I just called my brother and told him Will was going to stop back and get his wallet.
Yeah.
So my brother told me
that when Will came back to get his wallet, he said, "Nice to meet you again, blah, blah, we had a great time. By the way, Andy's really uncomfortable and doesn't want to say anything, but she'd really like you to pay her when she babysits your kids."
What? He's like negotiating with your brother over babysitting fees?
Is that true? Is that something that you told him on your date that you wish you got paid for?
No. First of all, I love spending time with my nieces.
Yeah.
Happy to help my brother out. I work. I don't need to be paid for babysitting. I have my own money. I just like spending time with my nieces. So I'm just like mortified, and I'm telling I told my brother that I didn't put him up to that, but like my brother, now I don't know if my brother believes him or believes me, and like now I feel like such a squeeze. But also the other thing is, Will has been calling me and texting me, but never said one word about this.
Wait, that's not true, though. That's a total lie.
Will?
Yeah, Angie, that's Will. He's actually on the other line listening. Will, you were supposed to wait until I called you into the conversation.
I can't wait. Sorry, but she's lying. It's not true.
I'm not lying.
You said that you felt uncomfortable not getting paid, and I wanted you to have the money.
I never, ever said that. I never would say that. I never said that to you.
So you're telling me that you didn't say at dinner, when we were sitting down at dinner, that it would be great if I got paid for this, but I'm not. You didn't say that.
I didn't say it like that. I was joking. I did not say it at all seriously, and I did not say it like that.
Will.
And I did not say it in any way that would give you the right to go talk to my brother about it.
Yeah, Will.
Yeah.
Even if she was serious, you went on one date with her. Why do you think it's your place to hit her brother up like that?
I was trying to do what was right for her. I was trying to have her stand up for herself.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
You
but-
took money from her family.
At all.
Yeah, but it's one date, Will. Like maybe if you guys have been together for a while and you actually knew the family and you thought her brother was treating her wrong, you could be like, hey, dude, you should probably give her some money for that. But one date?
Will, how much money do you have from her brother?
It was $30.
$30.
Were you planning on giving it to her at least?
I was going to use it for the second date.
Oh.
You're an idiot. What was going through your mind? Like, why do you think that would be okay?
Well, I'm an idiot. You're an idiot for babysitting for free.
Oh.
You're giving your time away.
You don't know anything about my life. I told you a million times that I just like spending time with my nieces.
You also told me that you wanted to get paid.
I did not tell you that I wanted to get paid.
You gotta, I guess, Will, are you not good at picking up on sarcasm? Because maybe Angie was just joking and you took it a little bit too far.
Look, I'm not the bad guy here, okay? I'm not the bad guy. I was trying to do something good for her. I was trying to have her stand up for herself. She's making it sound like she wasn't complaining about it. She was complaining about it.
Even so, why would you want to put yourself in the middle of family drama if that were true?
Ask for what you
We
want.
had no family drama. We had no family drama until you got involved. So that's 100% of the reason why I didn't want to return any of your calls. My brother and I were just fine. If you can't take, like, a sweet, normal conversation that we were having over dinner in front of my nieces, why would I talk about that in front of my nieces? I remember saying to you, life would be beautiful if all I had to do was just, like, hang out with my nieces, and if this could be my job instead of always having to go to work and being busy all the time.
Yep, sounds like me, Angie. You're complaining about not getting paid. Like, if this could be my job, if I could make money from doing this. Angie, I'm about to call your brother right now and say, hey, dude, step up and pay your sister.
That's ridiculous.
I can't believe your brother didn't punch him in the face.
What?
I know, right?
God, we're talking about $30, you know? We're arguing over $30. I did it for her. I wanted to get it for her.
$30 that you took from my brother that you still have.
Good point.
That is true, Will. You still have the money.
You guys don't get it.
Yeah, I don't.
I guess not.
I
But
think you're disgusting. Like, I'm just even more don't ever want to see you again.
Whoa.
I guess that leads me to my next question. Angie, would you like to go out on a second date with Will? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
That was a quick answer.
He can
You sure you
take
don't?
He can take that $30 that he got from my family and use it to take some other girl out on some cheap date before he gets involved with her family.
You sure you don't want to think about it, Angie? You answered the question.
No.
Okay. All right. Will, would you be interested in going out with Angie again?
Not if she lies like this.
Oh, my gosh.
All right. So no second date, I guess. Yeah. Will, next time you go out on a date, try not to get involved in some sort of family argument right away.
Whatever, man. I was trying to help her.
Hey, but Will, I do have trouble standing up for myself. In my next contract negotiations here at the station, would you mind stepping in for me? Maybe you get me an extra $30 out of the deal.
It's funny.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I met you in the summer.
Are you looking for the thrill of your life? With Zadart, Seattle's only exotic car rental company, you can book a Lamborghini, Ferrari, and more. Visit Zadart.com, ZADART.com to book your exotic car ride.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know, dating is a lot like shopping at the grocery store for a grapefruit.
What?
You can either sift through all the grapefruits to try to find that perfect one, or you can take the easy way and just grab one of the ones on the outside that's been kicked around a little bit. It's a little damaged. It's a lot easier just to go for one of those grapefruits. Sure, it might have some bugs and some bruises.
A little squishy.
But it's still a grapefruit. And that's what Huxley did today. Huxley's a man after my own heart and decided to go after the damaged grapefruit.
Still working on this analogy.
Hey, Huxley, what's the grapefruit's name?
The grapefruit's name, she's actually a woman. Her name's Alicia.
Alicia, all right. Tell us a little bit about Alicia.
So Alicia and I go like way, way back. We were good friends in college, and I was always like that guy that had a crush on her.
Okay, wait. So you're the damaged grapefruit, or she's the damaged grapefruit?
Well, I guess in this scenario, we're both damaged grapefruits.
A couple of damaged grapefruits trying to go out and have a good time.
Yeah, I always had a crush on Alicia. She's always been like the most attractive girl, so she, of course, always had a boyfriend. And every single time that something would happen with her and her boyfriend, I was always the guy that was there for her.
Oh. Well, you were trying to position yourself, right?
Well, no, I did have a crush on her, but I swear, Brooke, there was no like agenda. I'm a really good grapefruit. I'm one of the ones on the inside. So anyway, cut to present day. I see over Facebook that she got a divorce recently, and I saw maybe like a potential opening.
Yep, you saw that she'd been divorced, and you're like, just damaged enough now that I could probably date her.
Yeah, well, I thought, to be honest, I thought about some of the good times we had in college and figured, why not reach out? I did see like a little bit of an opening that maybe something could develop. Like, she's single, I'm single. There's really no reason why not.
And you guys had kind of dropped off in terms of your friendship post-college.
Yeah, she got married pretty early on, and then I left and moved like a couple hundred miles away. I mean, keeping in touch today is like so easy, but back then it wasn't like that easy, I guess. So yeah, we kind of fell out of touch with each other. And I decided, like I said, to reach out, and then to my surprise, reached back out to me after I messaged her over Facebook.
Did you proposition this as a date?
No, well, I just kind of like shared my condolences, on her divorce. That's never easy. And we started to like chit chat back and forth. And eventually I did ask her to like, maybe we should meet up for drinks. And she thought that was a good idea.
Okay, but did she consider it a date when you guys went out?
I didn't cross that boundary because I didn't know how fresh the divorce was, and I didn't know she would be kind of turned off if I asked her on a formal date.
You should have just sent her a message on Facebook that simply said breakup sex with a question.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know if that would have worked.
Yeah,
keep that in mind for next time, all right? So, did you guys actually get together?
We did, yeah. We met at a bar, and when I saw her walk through the door, it was like a total flashback to college, and like a lot of feelings were immediately felt by me. She did not age at all. I was like smitten, I guess. I don't know. I was taken aback. It was cool. Like, it was a cool moment.
Yeah. So how did drinks go?
It was good. We had a couple of drinks. We caught up, and then she kind of opened up to me about her marriage, and because I knew the guy, and actually, like, her vulnerability allowed me to open up about my divorce that I had, too.
So how did everything end with you guys?
Well, I mean, we were, had another drink, and we decided to call it a night. And on my way out the door, I still was venting a little bit about my breakup, which was nothing like hers. My marriage only lasted like a year, and that ended like 7 years ago. which it's not even on my radar. I don't even know why I said this next thing, but while we were walking out the door, I admitted that the last 6 months of my marriage, we didn't even, like, have sex at all.
Okay.
Right when I said it, it was like word vomit.
You feel like that was too much information for her?
Yeah. She played it real cool, and she was real nice about everything, but it's like one of those moments where you, like, speak too much, and now, like, you can't take those words back. And I felt like maybe that's the reason why she hasn't called or texted me back, because it was a good date other than that.
Okay, but did she know it was a date?
Yeah, it doesn't sound
It
like
doesn't
a date.
sound like it, yeah.
Well, for me, it was a date. It was nice. And, you know, I did ask her, like I said while we were leaving, that we should hang out again as like a formal date invitation, you know? So.
You said, quote, as a formal date invitation.
No, I'm not. I'm a grapefruit, not a robot. I said, like, we should hang out again. This was fun.
Again, that doesn't sound like a date.
Well, like, the way I said it, though, was like, there was, like, a vibe. I was sending some signals out that it was, like, more than just friends.
Okay. And what did she say to that?
She said, yeah, and she was, like, enthused, and it was cool, and that was the last I heard of Alicia, you know? Like, I reached out to her again on Facebook to try to put some dates on the calendar so we could go out, and then I haven't heard from her. And on Facebook, you can see when they've seen your message, and I know she's seen the messages, which is...
Have you sent her a message in all caps saying, I know you're seeing these, answer? I'm teaching you a lot of good tools here, Huxley.
I like that advice.
Yeah, you're laying down some good stuff. I am writing it down.
We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Huxley, I think this second date update is going to work out for you.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Well, you know, because the girl that you want to call, she just went through a divorce. You went through a divorce. I think once you guys talk it out, you both will realize you don't have many options. And at the end of the second date, she will agree to go out with you again because, hey, why not? That's what I'm thinking.
Because she's just finally
That's really
giving
nice
up.
of you. I like that, Jubal. Thank you.
Yeah.
Keep me on. It's nice.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Huxley is on the phone. He wants to call a girl named Alicia. They actually have known each other since college. They kind of fell off a little bit after college. But he always had a crush on her. She always had a boyfriend. Then she got married. He recently saw on Facebook that she was divorced, and they started chatting, and he said, hey, we should go out and talk and hang out. They did, but now she's not responding to him. And maybe, have you thought about this, Huxley? Maybe your date was so bad that she went back into the arms of her ex.
Yeah, second date update is doing wonders for my confidence.
Yeah, sounds
No
like it.
problem, man. All right, I'll dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Alicia?
Yeah, this is Alicia.
Hi, Alicia. This is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What?
My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Have you ever heard of it?
I don't think so.
Wonderful. It means we're doing our job.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to call you today to ask you about a guy that you recently went on a date with.
What?
Mm-hmm. We do a segment on our radio show called The Second Date Update. That's basically where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why.
Oh, okay. That's fun, I guess.
It is
One
kind of
way
fun.
to
I
put
like it. And the guy that emailed us about you, his name is Huxley.
Huxley?
Huxley, yeah. Do you know a lot of Huxleys? I feel like that's not a very common name.
No, I only know one Huxley.
And have you gone out with Huxley lately?
Yes, I did hang out with him recently.
Okay, good. We've got the right person on the phone then. Well, Huxley is wondering why you won't answer any of his Facebook messages or phone calls or anything after you guys hung out.
I mean, I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know why I haven't called him back.
Yes,
You
do.
have to know why you haven't called him back. There's got to be a reason.
I don't know if I should talk about it.
Why not? He's the one that's asking.
I mean, this is a radio station.
Yeah, but I mean, he contacted us to get a hold of you because you won't tell him, and so he's confused. Is there anything that you can tell us?
I mean, we used to be really good friends in college.
Come on, you gotta give this man something. He has been crushing on you hard for a really long time.
He has?
Yeah. He says he's had a crush on you since college, and you always had a boyfriend, so he could never ask you out. And then he saw that you were recently single, so he decided to take the chance, and you guys actually went out. And now he wants to see you again, but apparently you're not calling him back.
I mean, that's really flattering, but I don't think I'm going to go out with him again.
Oh, but you should have heard the way he described you and your beautiful smile and how lovely you are and what a good person you are.
Super cute.
I know. I mean, he is a really nice guy. I mean, Huxley is great.
Okay, so if you like him so much and he's a really great guy, why not give him the respect of at least letting him know why you don't want to go out with him again?
Okay, fine. I just don't want to date a guy who's been divorced.
Wait.
What?
You don't want to date a guy who's been divorced?
No, it's a huge turnoff to me.
Well, Huxley told us that you were recently divorced. Is that not true?
That is true. I just don't want to date a guy who's divorced.
Wait, is it because you're just not ready to date yet?
No, I don't want to date a guy with all of that baggage from being divorced. It's a lot to deal with.
But
You can see how that sounds a little strange, though, right? Like, you're divorced, and you're saying you don't want to date a guy who's divorced?
Yeah, I mean, it's just different. It's very different.
All right, so even though you've been divorced, you just will not date a dude who's been divorced.
Yeah, that's right.
You understand how hypocritical that sounds, right?
I mean, divorced guys are just always bitter, and they're always talking about how women are going to take their money just like their ex-wife did.
That is a huge stereotype that I don't think holds true.
Those are the guys that I've met.
I know a lot of divorced dudes, and I've never heard one of them say that, actually.
Well, you're not dating them, are you?
No, unfortunately, because a few of them are loaded, and I would love to take their money. Hey, Alicia, it's very interesting reasoning. Thank you for being honest with us and giving us an answer.
Yeah, I just prefer a single guy who is completely unattached. That's weird. It's just my thing.
Okay. And my thing is surprising people by letting them know that somebody's on the other line when they're listening. And Huxley is actually on the phone and heard this whole conversation and wants to talk to you.
No, he's not.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I don't understand your reasoning at all. It makes no sense.
It's just my thing. I don't want to date a divorced guy.
But you're divorced.
Yeah, but you're a divorced guy, and I'm a divorced woman, and it's very, very different.
What? I don't think it's very, very different at all.
The difference is I divorced my husband, but you lost your wife. So it's a very different dynamic.
What? Oh my God.
Yeah, I won my divorce. You lost yours. So you have more baggage because you didn't win your divorce.
Are you kidding me?
It's not a board game.
So are you saying, Alicia, that because you're the one that divorced your husband, you have less baggage than Huxley?
Yeah, when we were at the bar, he told me that his wife broke up with him. I mean, I left my ex, so there's a big difference there.
Oh my God.
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
My ex and I split like 7 years ago. It was like an amicable split. She left, but it was completely like amicable. Both sides agreed that it was over.
So it sounds like you're changing your story now because that's not what you told me at the bar.
What are you talking? I mean, I said she left me, which implied like she left the relationship.
I mean, I would have thought differently if you had left her, but it sounds like you are not the one in the driver's seat in this relationship.
Are you guys listening
Alicia,
to this?
are you just being mean and petty because you're really hurt by your own stuff you're going through?
No, I'm not being mean and petty. I'm telling this guy what I want out of a relationship. How is that being mean and petty?
So you like me better if I divorced my wife?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This is so weird.
Actually, I would prefer that you weren't divorced at all, but since you were divorced, it is better if you left her instead of the other way around.
Wow.
I mean, look at it this way. When some people get a dog, some people like get a new puppy, and some people like to adopt a rescue. I want a new puppy.
Oh my God.
That's awesome. Hey, Alicia, would you like to go out on a second date with Huxley? I probably know the answer, but we will pay for a date if you go out with him again.
You know, I think I made my point pretty clear, but I still would like to be friends with him.
What?
A little rescue.
Alicia, how can I possibly just be friends with you after all of the stuff you just said about me?
You're damaged. I just don't want that in a relationship, but I am fine working with you through it as a friend. I can't do it in a
I'm not
relationship.
damaged. You're damaged. Pure damage. Like, this is, like, hear yourself. You are damaged. You are the damaged one.
But I'm not as damaged as you because I left my husband.
All right. I'll let you guys argue this out later about who's the more damaged in this situation. Alicia, thank you for your time. Huxley, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date out of this whole thing.
Yeah, thanks.
But you know what I will do for you, Huxley?
What's that?
I'll ask our listeners. Text in at 78592. We have a beautiful rescue on the phone. His name is Huxley. If you'd like to adopt him, text us 78592.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 saying, she's right. All divorced guys have baggage.
Wow.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. If you don't know what I'm talking about today's second date update. Not really the point. Huxley wanted to call this girl named Alicia. He'd had a crush on her in like high school and everything. They reconnected, finally went out. Well, she didn't want to go out with him again because he's divorced.
Yeah.
Shocker, she just got divorced. And she says she doesn't date divorced guys, even though she's had a divorce.
Well, she treats it like she won the divorce somehow, which I've never been divorced, but I always thought everyone was a loser in this situation.
She says because she chose to have the divorce, it's okay. She doesn't have baggage.
It was on her terms.
But his wife left him. That means he has baggage, and she doesn't want to date him because he's been divorced, and he didn't win his divorce like she did.
Wow. He's like,
me?
dude, it was 7 years ago, and I was only married for a year. I swear I'm fine.
And everything else was great. Like, that's the only thing? I'm like,
Yeah,
no way.
Pretty much everybody texting in at 78592 is saying that he dodged a bullet with that one.
I think so, too. I mean, come on.
But they agreed not to go out because, of course, he's got baggage.
Yeah, but she can
There's
be
no way
his
she
friend.
can date him.
She can be his friend and help him through his baggage.
Yeah. Remember,
She sounds like a good person to get advice from.
if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.